Hello everyone, happy Thursday, welcome to the stream. My name is Gavin Strange. First of all, got to apologise for the terrible image quality. I didn't plug in my camera properly and it hasn't charged, and so I turned it on and it died straight away. So we are stuck to using this old webcam, which is making my face look very pink, and you can see all of the crap, all of the mess behind, so apologies for that. Anyway, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for spending your lunchtime with us. How is everyone doing? Hello to everyone in the chat. Jonathan Garvey is here, RJ is here, Aaron RP is here. Aaron, thank you so much for the subscription, mighty kind of you, you wonderful human. Thank you very, very much. How's everyone getting on? How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week been? Mine's been busy, good, but busy, full on being working from home parent with everything that's going on. So it's pretty intense. Fess Mather is here. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's all kind of quite full on here. Arbon stuff is really busy working on continuing to work on this big immersive interactive thing that I can't say too much about, and that's great, working with a brilliant storyboard concept artist called Terry, and she's making wonderful designs and drawings for fleshing out our story, which is super cool. And then something I'm doing at the minute is NDA'd on top of NDA, so I literally can't say anything, but I'm just working on some writing stuff and developing stuff, a pitch thingy. It's just super hyper exciting, really hyper exciting, and it's one of those things where, God, I desperately want to be able to for this thing to come to life. So I'm willing the universe, please let it happen. So that's really fun, doing lots and lots of writing and having silly ideas. But yeah, with the working from home situation, and with our wonderful toddler who's 4 and is definitely going through something at the minute, some big emotional swings. It's quite tough. Many tears in this house from all of us. So yeah, it's pretty full on. RJ says, honestly, hats off to you with working from home without kids is tough enough. Yeah, I mean it is, isn't it? It's tough for everyone. This is the thing. It's really tough. There's it's just strange. It's still such a strange situation. A whole year, that is just, I mean, I know obviously there's lots and and millions and billions of people who work from home all the time because that's what they choose to do and that's what they do, and that's great. But I think it's definitely different, isn't it? Because it's just a different set of parameters. You know, we're here and we can't go anywhere else, and I know that's been something, you know, my wife's found tough with entertaining the kids as well. Yeah, so, you know, he's 4, he's going through his big emotional swings, he's just got a new sibling, you know, he's really starting to be emotionally articulate, but he's still only 4, you know, there's a lot to deal with. And then he's been in the same space for a year, and it's not as if we can just, okay, let's just get out of the house and go here. You know, there's nowhere really to go. You have to be quite, you know, just quite selective of, obviously there's not many places you can go, but even then, you know, my wife's you know, feeding our new baby, and, you know, need to know there's a public loo that you might need to use, or, you know, there's all of those things. So it definitely makes it tough, but it's tough. It is tough for everyone. So yeah, so really good here, but just full on, and that means that really I haven't had too much of a chance to do my own stuff. Just I've been doing the getting up at 5 a.m. thing, but I've not managed it that many times. Just we're going to bed way too late, because by the time I've put Sully to bed, we need to do the washing up, we need to do X, Y, and Z, do house stuff, and then we don't want to just go to sleep straight away, so we end up watching something on TV, and then it's midnight, and then got to start it all over again. So yeah, our balance is a little bit out of whack at the minute, and so I'm not getting too much time for my own stuff, unfortunately. But one thing I have been able to dedicate time to is getting my new website done, and that is what I want to show off and share today. It literally went live an hour ago, so I thought, I'll hold off tweeting or sharing about it, and I'll run through it all on the stream, because it's got all my work on it. I kind of want to talk about the process of making it and the decisions that went behind things. So we're going to get into some of that as well. What was the other thing I was going to say? Can't remember. How's the sound volume, by the way? We've got some music playing. We've got I think it's sort of like 35 classic Mega Drive hits playing in the background, just some absolute bangers. But how's the volume difference? Is that okay? Let me know. But what's everyone been up to in the chat? How has everyone been? Seen anything fun creatively? Done anything fun creatively recently? Let me know. It's always lovely to hear what's going on with you. You lovely people. Oh, I just accidentally leaned on. As well, I've got a different little musical device plugged in today for a silly little musical interlude. But because I'm using the camera that I normally use for the musical interlude, I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery and swap it all over. So it's not going to be that seamless. And you can tell it's not seamless because look, everywhere's a little bit of tip. There's just stuff plugged into everything. But let's jump over to my new website, shall I? So a little bit of context, and I mentioned this on the stream last time. In last year, I started thinking, I'd like to give my website, so jam-factory.com, my personal portfolio, I want to give it a bit of a makeover, and was just looking around at different things to try with. I was on Squarespace, but I was also just looking around, and I stumbled across Editor X after I saw a couple of people tweet about it. And Editor X is like the more design-led arm of Wix.com, and I signed up, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll get into this. It looks a lot more powerful. But then, life got in the way, and I never got beyond just having a little tinker, having a little play. But I had my account set up, intent on doing something. Then, as luck would have it, I got an email one day from the Editor X team saying, would you like to work together as a paid partnership? How about we build you your new website, and in return, we're making some videos together about the different features of the platform. And this is the thing, it was just perfect, and it's really nice to be totally honest about it as well, because I got to be totally honest with them and say, hey, I actually signed up to your service a little while ago because it looked great and I want to play with it. So actually kind of what sort of transpired is we ended up then working back and forth together on the design of the whole website. So the whole thing is built and created in Editor X. But I was really heavily involved in the design, and I'd already got like my style guide colours, and it was great working with their designer Elena, who did a fantastic job of building all of the website. So yeah, I wanna run through it and just show you the different sections and sort of show you how I put things together. So Aid is in the chat, says, yes Gav, hang in there mate, I reckon you'll enjoy this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan video I've seen. Ooh, I will click that in a bit. Thanks mate, and thank you for that. Where's Waltz? Thank you so much for the follow, thank you for stopping by, how you doing? So we're just going to go through my new website. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, there was, I just feel like the internet is becoming quite homogenous. It just looks the same, and I really feel like personal websites and just websites as destinations are going to come back. I feel like they're going to make a resurgence because it's a chance for you to be individual and unique and kind of do it however the way you want to do it. So I was really excited to have my platform, and to give it a new lease of life, because I'm on Twitter and on Instagram and all of that stuff, but Instagram especially is just dying, isn't it? Just Facebook, yet again, I've killed their own platform. So there's barely any engagement, and it's just you obviously can't do links or anything. You can't customize anything. Bring back the good old days of MySpace and making websites and tables. A kind of that personality, I guess, the personality of on the internet. So that's what I wanted to do. So let's have a little look see. So this is the home page, all with lovely big SVGs, all big and nice and smooth. Tyler, the video creator. Hey, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. So the home page is just dead simple. Really wanted it to be an introduction to everything I do, really. You know, I like to try my hand at all sorts of different stuff, and kind of wanted the website to reflect that because I can. You know, it's not. I don't use my website to get work or anything. It really is just a playground, just a place to show the stuff I've done. So the homepage I felt wanted to sort of just sum up the different things I did. So we've got the header here, sort of following on from the 20 years theme, celebrating 20 years of Jamfactory. Thought that was a nice way to sort of, you know, just sort of say a bit who I was and how long I've been doing this thing. And then we've got this lovely bit of parallaxing where I've actually got I've got my show reel playing on a loop. No audio at all. You know, I'm kind of the opinion, especially online, if you're doing a talk as well, you know, you can go and search out and find these videos yourself and listen to them at your own pace. But for this, it kind of wanted it to be a flavour. And what the Editor X team has managed to do is to bring in here on the left the ticker tape. I really love the ticker tape effect that we use here on Twitch. So I like that, and they managed to do that. So what we've got here is I've got my sketchbook reel, which is just sort of my more graphic and photography stuff, and then my show reel. But what's really cool, what I really love, is it sort of pauses when you move off. So look, so to say it's on Race to the Cloud there, then you move off, you go back, and it continues. How good is that? Super useful. Super useful. So again, it's not really meant to be watched. It's more just meant to be a sort of, oh, look at that. You know, but I like that. I like that you can then just scroll back up and see it. The same with the sketchbook reel as well. It's all got a bit of parallax. It all sort of goes over each other. It's just really nice. It just, you know, I want it to be bright and bold and silly and just have energy. The hardest thing, you can see I've had to really heavily compress the video as well, because I've got two big videos playing here. I needed it to be as small as possible. So I've had to crunch it a little bit, but yeah. And then we've got onto a featured works section, with these awesome hovers with a little factory moving, and these can link out to anything really. These are just little promo sections that I can change to jump to anything. So for example, Turtle Journey, this one here, that will jump through to Process, which I'll show you in a little bit. 20 years, I think, just links to the design section. I'll show the design section and the thinking behind that in a minute. Squish ident, that's to read about the behind the scenes of Squish, which was an ident I directed for BBC Two. And then this is just one of my favourite photos linking to the photography section. So yeah, so it's nice to just have this little, you know, little features work promo section. And then I come down here, and then we've got the talk section. Oh, that was rad.com. My God, the site looks amazing on my big screen. Absolutely epic, mate. Oh, thank you, boss. Oh, that's really kind. Yeah, it's really bold, and it's really pink, and it's really bright. But again, just wanted it to have a bit of energy and just to, I don't know, have a little something. So yeah, so in the talk section, I just try to sort of really top line all the different things that I do. So talking about that I'm a speaker, but then also, you know, since COVID obviously started streaming, and I've got a link to this here, Twitch as well. So really big and simple. And then we've got a little section about the book as well, Writing Do Fly, and all the different places that you can get that. Because it's published by the Do Book Company here in the UK, but Chronicle Books is its North America publisher, which I love. I'm really excited by, because Chronicle Books do all of the publishing of the Pixar art of books. So I just feel like I'm in great company. And also it's on Audible and on Spotify. Oh, I've noticed a spelling mistake. It's since been released as an audiobook on Audible on Spotify. Oh, I forgot to add an and. Should have proofread my own text, shouldn't I? I'll tweak that. And it's even been translated into French, thanks to Pyramid. So yeah, so we've got a bit about the book. Notice another error. There should be a pink bar there. Oh, there should be another bar here that talks about my mute. Oh, That was working earlier. How weird. How weird. Wouldn't be a public demo, would it, unless things broke. But yeah, this links out to my music stuff. Oh, how weird. Okay. So jumping into the design section, I quite often just do loads of images, and I just quite like having lots of just everything together in a big collection. Kind of don't have the time to sort of create collections and collections and collections. It's kind of, I quite like the stream of consciousness, big load of images basically. I just don't necessarily have the time to write captions for everything, and to write a little behind the scenes. So in the end, I just ended up it's a big stream of consciousness, just all sorts of different images, different types of work. In Editor X, you can sort of add these, they're called pro galleries, and you can decide sort of like what your layout and your gridding is. But then sometimes we've got these little breakout sections like here, where you can change the background color, and then, you know, like here I just grouped together a similar set of images. You know, so it's quite nice being full width on some things, and then it's nice going into double column and playing that. So I've got all sorts of work in here. Graphic design, illustration, got some GIFs, character design, just really anything that's not film and anything that's not photograph I keep together in one big collection. And it just means going forwards, just, you know, if I make a new image, because this thing sometimes it's just a silly thing, sometimes it's just a graphic, there's not a lot to say about it, I'm happy with it, and it just exists. I don't need to give everything a caption, so I like the fact this is easy, that I'll just pop the image, you know, pop the image at the top, and sort of go from, and that's it. You know, that's as much as it needs to be. But I'll show you another section called process, which is sort of like much more in-depth behind the scenes stuff that I'm really happy with. This is some of my favourite pages actually. So yeah, so we've got all sorts of stuff here. Back to another grid of sort of related content. Just took a few GIFs in there. Back to graphic design, illustration. You know, even stuff like Grommet Leash, which is like sculpture and illustration and all of that. Just, again, if it's not photography and it's not film, just whack it all in. And it took ages as well, because I was always sort of agonising about how to thread all of this stuff. But really, I just kind of want this website to be a fun place if people find it, just to come and kill some time, look at some stuff. You know, it's not that good, but you know, it's colourful stuff. Makes people smile. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. Got a lovely bit of animation on these as well when you scroll, and you can. I need to jump into looking at the possibilities. There's loads of different animation styles that you can have on things loading. There you go, photo manipulation stuff. Who's that jaunty guy just laughing at a big Shaun the Sheep? So yeah, lots and lots. Little Akira nod there. It's Akira. Got to mention Akira on the stream. That was actually something. The thing on the right, the little GIF, that was unused from the Shaun the Sheep movie. It was supposed to be a capsule that the characters ate that would have food inside it. So that's all they needed to eat was a capsule. And so I had them all going into this capsule. And then of course that is the text from Akira on the back of Kaneda's jacket, but didn't get used. Oh, droplets. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. I'll let you if you lovely lot so wish, go and have a little look see. So that's the design section. In the film section, ooh, bing bing bing. So this is a bit different, this one. So I've got all of my film work that's both album work and personal things as well. And basically how it works is I have the big video at the top that you can watch, of course, and then we basically have a bit of information here that when you scroll to it becomes sticky, and it's just a little bit of text about what the project was, and then alongside it I've just got a few key images. sort of six or 8 images for every project, just as a chance for, you know, you can watch the film thing, see whatever it is, read a little bit about it, you know, sort of I state up front who it was made for, and where it was made, and then just some, you know, hopefully some nice stills to accompany it as well. And so we've got the Greenpeace film, we've then got the Farmageddon titles here. Ding 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 ding, with some lovely things. We've then got the Pink Lady Taste of Wow sort of short campaign. See, sometimes it's just really short text. Whoop, 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 whoop. Then we've got the BBC Squish ident. Ding, 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 ding. The Fortnum and Mason Christmas spot that I did done direct, which was really fun. But then I've also got personal projects. Maya Angelou, which is still one of my absolute favourites that I designed and directed and animated at Auburn. One of my first commercial directing gigs. So much fun. But yeah, then I've also got you know, personal projects as well. So sort of here it's listed as a passion project. This was the title sequence for FITC. Yeah, and it's just nice. It's nice having the big images by the side as well. Born a Snake passion project, film music video for rapper POS. Hello Sanrio was a collaboration I ended up co-directing with my good friends Tado, and I just helped them out a bit, but they made everything look beautiful and wonderful, which was awesome. I mean, look at those stills. That's all down to those awesome team. Short film called Sweet Release, silly little collaboration. Shake It with Sean. I just did some motion graphics and animation for a Shaun the Sheep dance sequence. The off title, still one of my absolute favourite passion projects. That was supported by Auburn, and I co-directed it with Merlin Crossingham, my good friend, Auburn director. Oh, man, I do love that project. It's super fun. Do Fly, made a little promo video for my book. Collaborated with my friend Rob Anthill, who's an aerial videographer, and so we ran around Bristol filming some great drone shots, which was really fun. Not My Tempo was just a quick slow film, I called it, and it was basically just, we had access to a very high speed camera and my friend Josh on a drum kit, so we also had a pyrotechnics expert called Nat, and we just rigged stuff up and made stuff blow up and had confetti cannons and smoke machines. Just mucked about, but again, just total experimental stuff. Bike's Mind was a really big sort of half-hour documentary that myself and a few friends made that started out life as a little 5-minute passion project, but just grew into a monster. And actually, it'll be celebrating its 10-year anniversary in August, so hopefully going to do something special for that. So there you go. That's a film section, and you can also just hot link to all of these as well, which is cool. So there's a little sub menu. In the photo section, this is really like it's just like the design section really, but it's just a big old grid, of photography. Again, no descriptions, no nothing, just. And there's all sorts of photography here. A lot of it is analog, so a lot of it is 35mm, but also some of it is digital, shot on the Fuji X series. There's a few iPhone shots as well, I think. I don't discriminate, just if it's an image that I'm happy with. And sometimes I think it's better to give no context. I think it's funnier to give no context. Like here, like in the middle, that's my friend Rich wearing a prosthetic nose, drinking from his hip flask. But that was at a friend's wedding. That was our friend Amy's Lord of the Rings themed wedding, where you had to dress up, and so we went as the Brizzle Whizzles. Our Bristol crew, we all made our own wizard hats and went as the Brizzle Whizzles, and that was Rich's. That was it. So that's just, you know, it's nice not giving any context. Sometimes, you know, that's just a pink wall in Mexico City. The thing on the right there is Temple Meads train station. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. But I love photography. I really enjoy photography. I really enjoy doing it. just happiest when I've got a camera in my hand. So yeah, so these are just a bunch of different shots, and again, if it can just be a place where people can just come and have a little look-see, you know, just scroll through, I guess, just have a look. Like that in the middle there, that is one of my absolute favourites. That's my friend Bernie on the set of Art Ninja, in a gorilla costume, having a coffee before she was called to set. Oh, in a zoo, and she's sitting on a bench in a zoo. I love it. I'd like to think I want someone to, you know, to visit the site and go, what is this? Where are they? Yeah, so lots and lots of stuff. I'll let you scroll through this at your leisure if you would like to. Lots of dogs, lots of doggos, lots of sunsets. Yeah, all sorts of different stuff there. So go and check it out. The book section. I don't know why it loads at the bottom. Really weird. Yeah, just a whole section about the book. Just a little top line about what it is. A little bit of blurb. We've got these nice little scrolly sections. Where to buy it from, and I've got the link to the video. So yeah, so this is just a nice sort of information page. Let's jump over to talks. So, I mean, funny enough, talks is sort of something that I can be hired for. I think a lot of speaking inquiries have come through the website, so I thought it was really useful to have a big section about it. So I've kind of got this pop-up thing at the bottom that just says that I give talks to companies, conferences, colleges, festivals, events, and everything in between, and to get in touch. And then just to give a bit of a top line about kind of the talks I give, and in the header image here is a big stupid image of me and my good friend James White, otherwise known as Signal Noise, on stage at Off in 2019, where we gave our Hustlemania talk online. And I've always loved that image because it's really stupid. That was just after we let off some confetti cannons at the end of the talk, and that's the thing. I kind of want this to reflect me, I guess, and it's silly and it's over the top. So I've got this little blurb, then you click Hi Me, and it brings up the inquiry thing again. Got a little embedded video from the Do Lectures, which I had the great fortune of speaking at in 2016 and 2017. Bit more blurb. Couple of photos from events. This one on the left is FITC in their awesome stage, which is 9 interconnected screens. It's like this horseshoe of visuals, and so it's awesome speaking there. And then on the right was this epic talk that was part of the Birmingham Design Festival that my friends Luke and Dan organised, who are great, brilliant designers, brilliant organisers, and they organised this sort of like film specific talk night that I was a speaker of, and it was at an old IMAX, and so it's awesome. I love any website, any screen that can, the bigger the screen, it talks better, and that was by far the biggest. It was epic. It was really fun to do it there. Got a bit of a it's a bit selly, but having a testimonial from Vanessa, who was an event director at the Promax things that I spoke at in Australia and Africa, and she gave a lovely little summary. God bless her. But yeah, just I guess this one is a bit more sort of like sell, but yeah, people don't know. You need to tell and show people that you do something. So this is me showing and telling them. I used to have a big list of upcoming talks, but of course that's not happening. Primarily they're all on digital, so I've got a little bit of blurb about using YouTube and Twitch. Got a little bit of a video from a commencement speech, sort of like a virtual commencement speech that I did last year. Sort of 5 pieces of advice for new graduates, or for anyone really. So I thought I'd embed that there, and then just got a lovely list of some of the past talks and stuff. Oh, Pandaman 1990. The site looks amazing. Loving the breakdown. Thanks so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you for sticking with us. It's very self-indulgent. I do apologise, but it just went live, and I'm really excited. So I thought it'd be a nice thing to break down. And Jonathan Garvey says, looks really epic. I need to give my website a refresh. Ah, thanks, man. You're mighty kind. Yeah, I just think it's fun. I still, the first thing I do is when you love someone's work, I always go and see if they've got a website and have a little poke around, see what's going on. Right, the next section here is music, but actually that just links out to SoundCloud, so I'm not going to click that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go over to my musical intermission, but I've got to move the camera around because, like I say, this camera is normally the camera I use for the musical intermission. So bear with me. This is going to be a little bit shonky.
Let's go, Gary. 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 Oops. Reload.
I knew you were gonna screw up. Let's go, Gary. Rage. Let's go, Gary.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And thank you.
That wasn't very seamless, was it? That wasn't very seamless at all. There we go. That was Wonky As You Like, but that was playing with my MIDI Fighter 3D. So that was basically that's just connected to my MacBook Pro, and it's just loaded up with samples. I haven't played it in months and months and months, maybe years. So it was all a bit wonky. But if you've tuned into the stream before, that's the spirit of this thing. Bit wonky, bit rubbish, but don't matter. Give it a go. Give it a go. So there we go. Right, let's carry on jumping through this old website here. Jump into the About section. Oh, that's a silly idiot space. Look at that. Hey up, and funnily enough, this is about me, but I've kind of I've also got about my setup as well, actually. So I've got a little bit of a blurb about me and what I do and all that stuff. You've heard it all before. Blah, blah, blah. Me. Blah. Yeah, a little bit of blurb about me, a little embedded video that I was proudly part of called "How Did You Learn to Be Creative?" But then I've got a whole section on my setup, on the den, which is what I call my space where I work. So just took some nice special photos, and you know, I like hearing about other people's setups, and so I thought it'd be fun to explain a little bit more about mine, really. So I've just took a bunch of stills from different things that I like to surround myself with, and then go into specifics about what it is and how it works, and what hardware and software that I use, basically, from my daily driver, which is a MacBook Pro, and all the stuff that I use there, to this PC that I've got right here, which I'm streaming on. So the Jamfactory, as I affectionately call it, was built by Novatech, and it's like a custom workstation. But I use it for sort of doing 3D work and then doing streaming and stuff as well, because it's nice and powerful, and I've got different sort of HDMI inputs and stuff, and so I've got a little bit about the streaming setup here. I stream on Twitch once a week, sharing positive, fun, creative stuff I admire from around the world. Software-wise, I use OBS running on the PC, but combine that with my Mac running Keynote piped into the PC via HDMI through an Elgato HD60 capture card. Which is all very specific stuff, but I know when I've been looking for information on this stuff, it's always just nice to see practical implementations of it, right? So there we go. A little bit about the camera, even though that camera needs charging because it's dead. Normally this image would be beautiful quality. There we go. I've even got my little, there on the right here, my little Watto, which is what I use for my Stream Deck. A little custom MIDI controller that I use connected to MIDI 2-key to trigger different things. A little bit about my music nonsense as well, and the hardware that I use. So there you go, got the Ableton Push on the left, Teenage Engineering OPZ in the middle, and then MIDI Fighter 3D, which I was just mucking around with here on the right. Skinner Creative, hey you beauty. Hi Skinner. Hey Gav, new website looks amazing. Thank you, brother. Thanks, boss. You are a star. That was rad.com. Absolutely love the About section. The most interesting part that most people don't put much thought into. I love seeing other people's setups. Ah, thank you, mate. Well, that's the thing. My friend David Perkins, he's a designer and a developer and a keyboard maker. He's got a great section on his site all about his setup, and I was like, David, I'm going to nick your idea because it's a great thing. So yeah, so just sort of thought. So this is actually quite a big section here with all different information, and then just going into a bit of creativity and productivity software as well. It's you know, it's all your average stuff, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, but I guess just it's always useful. Like I use Ulysses for writing. I find it really clean and simple and dead easy to use. For productivity, I use Fantastical. You know, it's a really good calendar app. I'm enjoying using Miro, you know, Magnet, Spark, Bear. So yeah, so I just quite like these, you know, listing these things. So that's what I've done, and some links to press interviews and all of that stuff as well. Now, process is probably my favourite section actually, and there's just two things in here, but they are basically in-depth case studies really. For a couple of different projects that I will just basically add onto over time. And the first one is Greenpeace's Turtle Journey, and they're big old pages, and so they're really in depth about how the thing was made. And so this is the Greenpeace Turtle Journey project that I've talked about a lot. You know, very proud of. And just got loads of behind the scenes stuff here really. Just wrote loads of words behind the scenes, lots of other people's wonderful artwork from the project. And the Editor X team were just wicked. I basically gave them a bunch of content, all the text, all the images and the order, and then they brought it to life in this really nice sort of almost editorial design, which is really, really cool. You know, it's kind of like a magazine, which I love. you know, hopefully again, so people can just come and find out more and get stuck in and read. You know, there's a lot behind sort of projects like this, and so it's really nice to go into depth and share lots of things, write lots of things. Yeah, I think this is my favourite section, the process. I really like the double column type as well. It's just nice. It just looks like a magazine. Here's our wonderful rigger Sam on the right, and our brilliant DOP Simon on the left. In thought, our brilliant animator Alison there. So yeah, it's just really nice, and you know, got a few little movie clips as well. So this section here talks about making the live action videos, the labs, which is a reference video for the animators. This is me playing the part of all of the different characters, which I then, you know, you then give over to the animator. So it's just nice to sort of being able to include little looping movies as well. And yeah, just write about it. I just love behind the scenes. I will watch a behind the scenes of anything. So God bless Disney Plus for making things like, you know, behind the scenes of The Mandalorian and WandaVision and stuff. I love that stuff. That's my film school. That's what makes me excited. That's what makes me, you know, just want to do more and make more. So I just, anything that I'm a part of, I love capturing and showing and sharing, because I just get a kick. It doesn't matter if no one else, it doesn't matter if no one else is interested. You know, I had fun and was excited by other people's craft, and, you know, sort of capturing the behind the scenes of how it was made. So there you go, a little behind the scenes little video. And then the other one is the BBC Two Squish ident. Aid in the chat says, what's the back end of your site like to use, Gav? Easy to update / add projects. Yeah, so it's all using Editor X. It's all really modular. You know, this is very custom, because God bless the Editor X team built it exactly how we wanted it to. But when I was looking into it before, there's tons of templates and all that different stuff. So I think it's a good place to start with a template and then just customize it, because you can change literally everything. It's kind of like using InDesign on the web. You know, you can change the gutter width, the column width, the flow, the layout, the animation. Yeah, so I would recommend just get stuck in with the template, and then as soon as you kind of got your content in, then you can just start, because it's all modular. You know, you'll sort of have like a section, and then within that you might have a gallery of images, and then you might have a text block, and then you might have a looping movie, or, you know, there's all sorts of ways that you can do this stuff. So yeah, I recommend just having a play. That's what I was doing before, and I had intended on doing that, picking a template that maybe not aesthetically is closest to what you want, but technically is closest to what you want, because then you can design it and customize it and make it look however you like, basically. And then this was a behind the scenes about the BBC Two ident that I had the pleasure of directing. And you know, this is custom. This is different to the other one because we've just got different types of images. Some lovely photography there, behind the scenes stuff. So it's just really nice to have a space for all of this. You know, it's nice for it to have a home, I guess. I think that's what I really like about it. And then I've also got the store. So for the first time, I've got a store integrated into the same place. Because before I'd always just link out to Big Cartel, but this is all part of Editor X as well. So I've kind of had a bit of a restock, and I've got a few bits in stock. So that's really nice that I can have the store just all part of the same place.
Pizza time!
So that's really nice. 8-Bit Phil, hey 8-Bit Phil, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you are good. Thank you for tuning in. We're just going in on looking in my brand new website, and then in contact, contact just jumps to the footer of every page, because actually all you need to know is my email address. So we figured that actually it's a lot neater to just have a hot link that just jumps you down. Oh, Jode_Steele says, hi Gav, my son Finn, 5 years old, is watching. Hi Finn, hey, how are you doing? And he says hi. Oh, thanks Finn, thank you for tuning in. He loves the green slime BBC Two ident. Oh Finn, you have good taste. Thank you ever so much. That was real fun. I got to stay in a big room on my own and just play with lots and lots and lots of slime. for weeks and weeks on end. It was a dream project. I'm really glad that you like it. It was fun and it was messy, and we got to do all sorts of stuff. So you've got good choice. Thanks, Finn. Yeah, it was great. That was such a fun project. Like here, you can see this is Enti, our head model maker. Enti is puppeteering the eyeballs, and how he did that was he cut open a goggle eye, and he swapped out the pupil for a pupil with magnetic paper. Then he used a tiny little magnet underneath it, and then just moved it around so he could puppeteer the eyeball in the slime. How cool is that? That's his job. That's what he does. Amazing. So yeah, thanks for your kind words. So there you go. That is my brand new website. Do go and check it out. It's live right now. I'll paste it in the chat. It's jam-factory.com. Big thank you to the Editor X people for building that and for approaching that. And we're going to be making some videos together soon as well. So going to be filming some videos of me talking about the service and things. And so yeah, it was just it was a paid partnership, and it just worked out really, really well. You know, it was great. I'm really excited to have a nice new shiny slinky website. Ziboto, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you. We're not done yet. I just got a few other beautiful things that I wanted to show and share with you. Just people's work that I love, and it's always nice to show and share nice creative stuff. Pressmather looks great, Gav. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I'm really happy. It's bright and it's bold and it's silly and it's pink and it's neon. It's everything that I want. Everything I want in everything. A few people that you should follow. I'm sure you already do follow these wonderfully inspirational people. Rick Oostenbrook, probably butchered your name. Sorry, Rick. Is a brilliant creative. Followed him for many a year, and he makes wonderful stuff. I just saw some work of his pop up the other day, and I thought, I need to show and share Rick's work. He's just got this really gorgeous abstract. He's amazing with colour. Just a great illustrator and artist. Just makes really, really nice stuff. Just really nice stuff. Yeah, Rick's been killing it for forever and a day. It's really, really great. Really, really great. So yeah, go and follow Rick. That is Rick Oostenbrook on Instagram. All one word. I will paste his link in the chat. Paste. Go and follow Rick. Next person is someone I've spoken about a lot on this stream because she's amazing. It's Izzy Burton. She's an artist, she's a director, she's an author, and she's now lead artist at Netflix as well. She's based in Brighton, UK artist, and she's just wonderful. She's just got a great style, really great style. Just really, just really beautiful colours. Really, just creates these great worlds. Look at that. Look at that. Has Instagram updated how they do when you click it? Because this is much bigger and better now. Yes, it is. Brilliant. There you go. Yeah, Izzy's work is amazing. Really, really nice. Really lovely tonal colours, but all like really vivid. Oh, look at that. Yeah, she's amazing. She does all sorts. She's always working. She's always putting work out there. She's a great person to follow online. So go and follow copy Izzy Burton Art on the old Instas. Next person is the mighty Velvet Spectrum. Luke and Morgan Choice. Some people I've followed for a really, really long time. Again, just make gorgeous work. Just it's the sort of work that you could eat. You could taste. I mean, look at this. I love that. Do I love it because it's pink? Yes, but I love it because the style is just wonderful. It's got so much texture and just so much. You probably see these because I think this is when you open up Cinema 4D. They often use Velvet Spectrum's work. It's just got a real tactility to it, just a real lovely use of colour. I love this as well. Oh, look at that. Just really, really, really lovely tight work as well. They're brilliant. Oh, I love that. I really love that so much. That's just so rad. It's just like a panther and a wedding cake combined. I love it. Yeah. They've just been making amazing work for a long time, and they're sort of like real purveyors of that style as well. That beautiful, gorgeous sort of brush scripty, 3D gradient stuff. They're the OGs at that. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Oh, I love that. Gloom 909, full on retro vibes for your background music today, Gav. Getting ad-lib feels. Yeah, this is what is it? It is 30 best Mega Drive soundtrack Sega Genesis music tribute version 20.mp3. I pinched it from the old YouTubes. It's a collection of Mega Drive soundtracks, and I thought it were perfect. Thought it was perfect. I love anything like this. Oh, Golden Wolf. Run with the Golden Wolf are also actually let me show you. I'm now going off on a tangent. Golden Wolf are absolute dons of the animation world. They are so good. They're just hyper cool, really edgy, interesting, cool, dynamic. Yeah, they're wonderful. Absolutely love them. We're an Emmy-nominated animation studio based in London and NYC. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. I think they were once an offshoot of I Love Dust, the British animation studio, and that was a few years ago. And now they're just their own thing. They're incredible, absolutely incredible. So let's share Velvet Spectrum as well. And just one thing I wanted to end on was, so I still am, I guess. I used to be a dancer. I did ballroom and Latin dancing for 10 years, from when I was 9 until I was 19, which is not the thing that you do when you're a teenager at a rough school in Leicester, but I did it. And so I've just always loved dance and movement, and then recently, because not getting any exercise at all, because just life and lockdown and work and parenting and all that stuff, I found this great website called Steezy, which does sort of online dance classes, and so I've just started doing this again. And the reason I found them is because someone sent me a YouTube series they do called 3 Dancers Choreographed to the Same Song, and it's brilliant. It's so nice. It's just really sort of, hang on, I'm gonna mute that. It's just really positive. It's just three professionals doing what they do really well, and they're all just supporting each other. And so this is all of them just reacting to each other's style. It's great. It's just so wholesome and positive, as well as just being incredible. I just think dancing is such a wonderful thing. It's so expressive, and it's really freeing, and it feels good to move, feels good to dance. But seeing amazing people dance is just the best. I mean, style is just so good, man. Just, yeah. So I became obsessed with these videos on this account called Steezy. But then it also turns out that they are sort of like, they've got an online platform where the whole thing is it's you can learn dance moves and you can just dance. And so it's perfect for me, because I get up at 5 a.m. and I take my laptop downstairs and I put my headphones in, and it's just exercise. And so I just follow these courses, and I don't have to feel embarrassed by other people seeing me dance. I'm just in my lounge on my own at 5 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it gives me absolute inspiration watching these people. So I am going to post this as well, because it's just, I think anyone can appreciate good dancing. It's great. It's super great. And all of these 3, there's tons and tons of them, but this one in particular is one of my favorites. It's infectious watching other people be positive about other people. I think that's great. I think that's really, really great. So that's it from me today. Apologies again for the terrible image quality. I'm sorry that the camera gave up the ghost, but thank you for tuning in anyway. Panda Photography has just joined the chat. Hey, how you doing? So sorry, we're just wrapping up. You have to watch it on catch up. So you can watch any of these shows on catch up here on Twitch. They're there for about 2 weeks, I think, and then they generally go up on my YouTube channel as well. So do go and search Gavin Strange on there if you want to catch any old ones. My new website is now live. Please do go and check out jam-factory.com. Shout out to Editor X. Go and check them out at editorx.com. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take it easy. Be safe. Thank you again for tuning in. It's always an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. Have a great weekend, and thanks ever so much. Bye, everyone. Ta-ta!